Which pro player can rank up the most in one single hour? The last time I asked this question, our two-time arena champion Cam ended up winning yet again in one of the more interesting fashions. Okay, you should get at least...
I'm gold. I got into gold.
Cam is at gold 150.
So I should... Wait, what? Wow.
This mode is a joke. That is why today, ladies and gentlemen, I am giving Cam his hardest challenge yet, because not only am I throwing another controller player up against him, this time being the Denmark qualifier TK, but Cam also has to do this in ranked, where there's no siphon, and there's a completely different loot pool than in normal tournaments. It's gonna be chaos. So as always, drop a like, subscribe, use code Jurian to support me, but without further ado, let's go kick off this race. Alright, let's do a quick rank check first, starting with the man himself, Cam, at 27% in Gold 3. The season just started, so don't get angry. Then we have TK, who is also Gold 3, 29%. I didn't even tell them to lose rank or to get to this. They just happened to be at the same exact rank, which is good. So let me know who you think will win down below.
Shit, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm not gonna lie, this is bad.
I'm watching Cam first, so Cam doesn't even have half the map discovered.
Oh,
TK, you really don't know where to land, huh?
Bro, don't even ask, bro. I have no idea.
Oh my god. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh my god, I'm done.
Hey, save off spawn. Yeah, you drop a 20, you kill Cam, and you win. Easy. You take down the man who cannot lose. He's won 3 in a row so far, and no one has won ever more than 1.
Against trash.
Oh.
Since the start, we've talked about building this game alongside the community, and our Founders Packs are our first step toward doing that.
Oh, damn. So Pump is trash?
Yeah. Pump is trash.
What the fuck? Yo, he is on me.
You got no mats. I forgot that ranked is just like literally pubs now. It's all the same items.
No siphon.
No siphon, yep.
Oh, that was wait, that's a person?
You did damage.
These are people.
This cannot be ranked.
That guy actually is
Oh, TK, I see you in the kill feed, so you don't have anonymous on.
Oh, me?
Nice. Okay, so I am muted right now. We are watching TK. They are actually in kind of like the opposite Spider-Man skins, which is funny. But if you guys remember, the last person that Cam went against was Pump, who is also a controller player. TK, as you can see, is a controller player as well. But like the weird thing,
gold's even worth getting.
Probably for the mythics, no? Where I got a coach in the middle of me trying to talk. Oh, and okay. Oh wow. This is... How is this ranked? What I was going to say, though, was in the last ranked race, Pump actually killed Cam, but then still went and lost. I don't know how that makes any sense. So I decided to get another controller player because the only people that can kill Cam are other controller players. And hopefully this time, Cam actually does not end up winning, even though he died. Have you literally never been in a vault?
No, I've only been in one of them.
In one? This brother, yeah, you just got to go through.
There is just so much stuff here.
Oh,
what is wrong with this guy?
Yo, let's get this fried.
Damn. TTV. GG's, man. Nice.
I don't know if I should be building the Rocky Ram or a Shockwave.
Well,
sometimes Balloons TD6 is just a little too easy. You know what I mean? So today we're going to be multiplying the amount of balloons on our game.
Defend the castle!
By 100. On Dark Castle. So, let's get started, Ryan. I'm gonna send you all the money, and we're gonna see if we can beat Dark Castle.
All right, so, dude, what's like? Hey, let's see. What does 100 times balloons look like? That is a lot of balloons.
Dude,
what is it? What do you buy here?
It's like some kind of snake thing, bro. What is that? That's a terrible option. I ain't doing nothing.
Dude. Oh, he did. You got 100 pops with one shot. What are you talking about? $100.
It's not bad, but we did 100 times balloons, so that's basically one balloon normally.
Okay, yeah. What if we go like straight Gwendolyn and just like get the ability off maybe? And like, let's see. What about like, how is tag shooter? Tag shooter is also like not
He's
that
doing
great.
nothing.
No! The ability, no! Okay, that's also...
It's still doing that. Okay, what if we just got like a bomb shooter down and upgraded it?
Nah. A bomb shooter's...
Here.
All right, I'm down. Here, send me money.
Here, I'm sending you all my money. Here you go. All right.
Okay.
Free dart monkey? Put your free dart monkey down?
Oh yeah, that's huge. That's super important.
That's
super
huge.
important. All right, heavy bombs. Oh, free dart monkey. It's still. Oh, more stuff. Put it all down. Put it all down. We need to like.
I'm choking.
Oh
Okay.
my
Yeah, I was
God,
getting
dude.
money. I was getting money there, and I just didn't put anything down. Okay. All right. Run it
You gotta
back.
just send me more
'Kay.
money. Here, I actually know the best tower for this.
All right. What do you got?
All right, were you ready for this? All right. This is gonna be the one.
A wizard monkey.
Yeah, wall of fire, dude.
Oh, okay.
I think wall of fire is gonna be like. All right, now let's also like send me more money. Send me money.
I'm sending.
Ah! Oh, okay. Wall of fire was not doing as good as I thought it was gonna do.
This is gonna be possible. We're gonna make this work, bro.
Yeah, I think. Okay, let's try the druid instead. What if we go straight for the druid?
All right, go
Because the
straight for druid.
druid of the jungle. Oh, and then I can get heart of thunder maybe.
Okay, and
Let's
then
see.
as soon as we get any pops here, I'll just grab a bomb shooter as soon as I get
Oh
the
yeah. Send me money. Send me money.
I already put the bomb shooter down.
Oh.
No!
That was closer. That was a lot closer. Wait, I wonder if there's like a weird desync. I want you to put down the druid this time.
Okay, let's see. Where's the
I'm gonna
druid?
send.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you the money. All right, yeah. Go get the middle path and then go top path and then immediately get like lightning on it. Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
I'll
Let's
send.
do it.
I'll send you money as he gets
Okay.
it. Okay, get lightning on him.
Got it?
Okay, the lightning's not.
Wait,
good.
what? It's like bouncing way like far away, dude. That's
Yeah,
stupid.
the lightning's not gonna work. Okay, we gotta get. What if we get just multiple druids? Like, what if we just like spam down druids?
Yeah, all right. I'm down to try.
Like,
I'm down to try.
Like, let's get here. Send. That was like perfectly in sync.
Awkward!
Okay, here.
I think
let's
we're
see.
gonna
All right.
lose. I think we're gonna lose.
No.
because-
Can you have enough?
There we
right?
go. Yeah,
Okay.
now I have enough.
Now just constantly spam send me money.
Okay,
Like
okay.
spam send me money. Okay.
I'm spam sending.
All
I'm
right,
spam
Thorn
sending.
Swarm. All right, I'm making so much money. Like, oh, come on, Drew to the jungle. All right, I also got Drew to the jungle. Oh my gosh, it's so close. Oh my.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
Heart of
We
Thunder.
got
Heart of
past
Thunder.
it.
Get another Druid. Get another Druid. Get another Druid.
I'm doing it.
I got another Druid. Let's
got
go.
another
We
Druid.
beat the first round.
Oh my gosh. We actually are getting it now, dude.
Okay, that's the dude. Druid OP. Druid OP Saber.
Dude, just get a bunch of druids down, bro. Hurry up!
Ah! Lighting! No! Oh my gosh,
No!
we need
Okay,
even
wait,
more?
but we can
Okay.
continue on round
Okay.
4 now. We can continue on round 4.
Wait, you want to continue? All right, we got this. We got this. Full send it.
Dude, you placed the super monkey down in the worst
I
spot.
panicked, okay? No. Give me money. Give me
Okay.
your money,
All right,
Saber.
here we go.
All right, we're chilling. I got a ring of fire. It's got like crazy
Oh, wow.
pierce.
Oh my gosh, okay. Dude, these
Ring of
druids
fire.
are killing it now.
All right, give me more money. Let's cut down these trees.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna cut down these trees here.
Oh my gosh, there's too many!
Wait, we're still
oh my
good,
gosh.
we're good.
Okay, I need. Oh,
Get
wait.
more druids?
Okay, we don't need more druids. We have plenty of druids. We need more, like, we need AoE. We need,
How about this?
yeah. I'm down for Darling Gunner. I'm super down for a Darling Gunner. What towers have, like, more pierce that is gonna work really well? Ooh, what about Glaive Man?
Ooh, okay, that'll work.
All
That
right,
could
there
work.
we go. Now we're cruising. We're
Oh.
defending the castle now.
Now we're cruising, dude. That first part was actually really tough, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, here, wait.
And we
need
used
to
our one
give-
redemption life there to continue on round 4. Probably should have saved it, but
Here, wait. Give me your money.
all right.
Okay, there we go. Perfect. Thank you. That's all I needed.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
our druids. Dude, we have so much money now.
Yeah, we're killing it, dude.
We could literally just get like a spirit of the forest right now if we wanted to.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
What? Saber! Rocket Storm's like the worst of the towers to get.
All right, fine. I'll sell it, dude. Here you go.
Thank you. That's
Right,
better. That's way better, dude. Aim it down there. Okay, I have $85,000. So, oh, I know what's gonna be like super good. Saber, here. There we go. Energizer. Nothing's gonna get through now.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
What's like some other like good AoE stuff to make sure these guys aren't gonna get? Oh, dude, I can literally just buy Glaive Lord now. Boom.
I'm gonna get a Spectre, bro.
Dude, just like shooting balloons down. I wonder if this is like the one time where actually like Sky Shredder's a better upgrade, just because of like
Because
there's so many
and stuff.
balloons.
Yeah, that's true, huh? I
Okay,
don't know,
Saber,
man. I think we're good, dude. This thing's hitting like every path.
That's not bad. Okay, Saber, I want to see for the memes, dude. We should get rid of the druids and see what we can do. Here.
Okay. All right.
Put
I'm
down another monkey sub energizer, and then
Yeah,
let's
that's a good
see.
idea.
All right, yeah, get rid of all the druids so we can see what it's like. Okay, the Spectre's it's got 43,000 pops. That's
The
pretty good.
Spectre's cracked, bro.
Saber, I have $200,000.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a supply drop sniper and see how strong that is.
Rapid fire.
Is
Dude,
he
this
just
is
gonna, like,
insane, dude. Yeah, supply
Dude,
drop
there's
sniper
so
here.
many-
Here,
there's
I'll
so many
mimic you
balloons.
and I'll put another one over here.
Wait,
Nice.
the one time where the biggest one's actually gonna be insane.
Oh, true.
'Cause
True.
it's just gonna hit all of the layers of balloons, right? Like,
Dude,
just completely annihilate them.
It's actually so interesting seeing how it was like super sweaty and tough right on like the first round. But if you can just
Yeah.
squeak that first round out, then it's like, okay, yeah, you got shmoney. Because we're popping 100 times the balloons.
We could literally just get like a Paragon now if
Wait.
we wanted to.
But if a Moab comes out, does that mean there's 100 Moabs?
Yeah, that means, yeah, that's right. We have to get ready for 100 Moab Saber.
Oh, so it's easy right now, but it could get way harder, dude.
We could get super rushed down. So we do want to be prepared
Like, dude,
for that.
round 63 or something?
Yeah, dude.
All right,
It
all
could be
right,
a little
all right.
laggy.
Yeah,
Ray of Doom might not be a bad idea. You know what I mean?
All right, here, I got it.
Yeah, I think
All right.
anything that tries to. Oh, dude, wait, ready? And I will get a. I'll get a Ray of Doom.
Oh, going back again? Oh my gosh, dude.
Dude, could you imagine, like, you forget that the Ray of Doom is just aiming right at the door, and you just, like, open up the door in the morning of the castle, and you just get, like, beamed in the face by this Ray of Doom?
Oh my gosh, bro. Dude, friendly fire, bro. Dude, we need to turn friendly fire
fire.
on. That's the true test of pro skill.
Dude,
Friendly firing on.
dude, Sarbomba?
Oh, whoa. Okay, okay.
Yeah, Sarbomba's gonna be really good.
All right, well, we're about to see how
I'm-
many Moabs we're going up against here.
I'm kind of nervous, not gonna lie. Like, I am a little bit nervous to see.
I'm a
what
little nervous.
100
This is gonna decide how
I'm
everything's
gonna.
go.
I want you to know as soon. All right, I'm turning off fast speed.
Oh,
As soon as it hits round 40, I'm dropping the bomb. I'm dropping Sarbomba.
Oh, instantly. Do you actually think we'll
Yes,
lose?
I don't think so, but I don't think so. The Ray of Dooms are so funny, but I just want to see.
I
the
at least want to
Sarbomba.
see how many balloons come out, though. Hang on, wait. Don't drop it immediately, because I want to see how many Moabs there are.
I mean, there's probably gonna be 100 Moabs. I wonder if they're all gonna be like in one spot, or oh my gosh.
Uh-oh,
They
we
got
handled that like it
instantly
was
annihilated.
nothing, bro. All right, that was easy, bro.
What destroyed them?
I don't even know. I think it was just the
Oh,
flying
your
fortress.
flying fortress. Your flying
Yeah.
fortress. Oh, yeah. It's got almost 1,000,000 pops. Yeah, there's no way things are going to get past that bad boy. All right.
Yeah, what's the goal? I don't like the goal. I don't know if this makes me money though. I have no idea.
The year is 2003. A brand new Zelda game has just released, and you can't wait to get home from school or work to get your hands on it. Boasting a whimsical art style and a vast open sea, this game immediately captured many people's hearts as one of the most beloved games in the entire Zelda series. The Wind Waker is the third 3D Zelda game after Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, taking the next big leap forward for the series into the next generation by releasing on the Nintendo GameCube. The concept for what a Zelda game should be was still not solidified at this point, leading to many innovative ideas, artistic approaches, and developmental designs. The Master Sword is one major example of this, as it still wasn't set in stone for how it should physically look, leading to the legendary blade very loosely resembling its previous iterations. With so many things still up in the air about what truly gave a Zelda game its own identity at the time, there were bound to be several developmental decisions made with the Wind Waker that unintentionally caused some friction with later games in the series down the road. One of these controversial decisions has sparked fierce debates for over 2 entire decades. Even today, you will still frequently find people arguing over the implications and contradictions of this single decision. The decision I'm talking about is, of course, the extremely odd evolution of the Zora into the Rito. Almost everyone can agree that it's genuinely pretty weird and doesn't really make a lot of sense just simply turning a race of fish people into bird people. While The Wind Waker does contain several fragments of lore that helps us to better understand the reasoning behind this decision, it still didn't quite satisfy the masses. Fast forwarding to 2017, Hyrule Encyclopedia was released and it gave us a little more insight into the evolution of the Zora into the Rito. The book claims that the water flooding Hyrule is not normal water, it is apparently ethereal water because it fell from the heavens, thus nothing but monsters and fishmen can survive in it. This is further backed up by the fact that Ganondorf claims there are no fish to catch in these waters. The Zora, not being able to survive in this ethereal sea, were forced to adapt in order to continue their existence in this new world. This information, along with the fact that Hyrule Historia also officially established the timeline in which it gave The Wind Waker its own branch away from the other games in this series, was enough to satisfy people for a while. Until Breath of the Wild came out at least. Now we have both the Zora and the Rito coexisting within the same game, which reignited many passionate debates. Now, how on earth could this be possible? Up until now, there have been countless conversations on how this could make sense, but thanks to Tears of the Kingdom, I'm about to finally put an end to all of the endless speculation. This is the theory that will finally solve, I hope, the seemingly impossible existence of the Zora and the Rito in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So please, sit back, relax, and let's get started. King Dorephan, the ruler of the Zora in Breath of the Wild, commissioned several inscribed stone monuments to be placed in various locations within the domain in order to preserve the history of the Zora for many long years. Unfortunately, some of these monuments were beginning to show significant signs of degradation, rendering them almost impossible to read. To address this issue, in Tears of the Kingdom, King Dorephan instructed his son, Prince Sidon, to recommission the restoration of these stone monuments, and overwrite them with tales of his own. While the majority of the new dialogue is told from Sidon's personal perspective, such as memorable childhood moments, rather than recounting historical events, some of the information we can learn from these new inscriptions further elaborates on the tales King Dorephan once told. According to the stone monument, Learnings of the Zora, Part 2, Prince Sidon recollects the story of an ancient Zoran princess named Ruto, who confronted an evil man alongside a legendary hero and the Princess of Hyrule. This is of course referring to Ocarina of Time, but Sidon goes further. He then states, "As Princess Ruto's descendant, it is my fate to carry the torch of her brave acts into tomorrow and beyond." This sentence struck me to the core the moment I read the word descendant. The choice of words used here are incredibly important. To be of royal descent can be a generalized way of saying that your heritage contained royalty at some point in the past. It doesn't necessarily mean that your bloodline specifically contains royal blood. To claim to be the descendant of someone means that you are genetically connected to that person with roots that will lead directly back to them. What Sidon is saying here is that he is indeed the result of Princess Ruto bearing children, which inevitably led to his conception. She is literally his ultra-grandmother, to put it in simpler terms. King Dorephan confirms the fact that his family does indeed have royal blood, thanks to him telling Sidon that the throne is not guaranteed to be ascended by him, and that someone without royal blood could very well become the next king. This has massive implications. So massive, in fact, that I think this one sentence alone just solved some of the biggest questions in the history of Zelda, potentially including the placement of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on the timeline. It even confirms the fact that not all sages died in Ocarina of Time, maybe none of them died at all, which has been a heavily debated topic. But how is Sidon Ruto's descendant in the first place? I am so glad you asked. Let's begin by shifting our focus back into the Wind Waker, and I'll explain everything. Before the events of the Wind Waker, Ganondorf broke free from his seal, but was left unopposed by any hero. Because of this, the king gathered the 7 sages, and together he conducted a song with them using the Wind Waker to call upon the gods for salvation. In response, the gods told the king to select groups of people that would ascend to the highest mountaintops in order to survive the oncoming downpour of ethereal water from the heavens. The kingdom of Hyrule was flooded, and Ganondorf along with the king was sealed once more beneath the Great Sea. Among the groups of people who survived the flood were the Zora. Left without a body of water to call home, drastic measures had to be taken if they wished to thrive. The gods most likely foresaw this happening, so to prevent the Zora from suffering, they commanded Valu, the spirit of the skies, to watch over the Zora and protect them. By obtaining a scale from Valu, the Zora rapidly evolved into the bird-like Rito, abandoning their need for water and adopting their new domain, the sky. This evolution process was most likely not instantaneous. If we closely examine Komali, the Rito chieftain's son, before he obtains a scale from Valu to receive his wings, we can notice some very striking differences between now and after he obtains his wings. His beak is very undefined and dark, almost matching the tone of his skin, while his legs have yet to become digitigrade. The hair on the back of his head is also a dark brown, but this could be a visual hint at Komali still growing out of his fledgling stage. After he receives his wings, his beak is now a vibrant yellow with defined front-facing nostrils, as well as his legs becoming digitigrade, and his hair is now fully white. These are pretty significant changes that the Rito undergo simply by receiving a scale from Valu. Because Komali looked like he still retained some traits of human-like characteristics from being a Zora, I'm willing to bet that when the Zora first received their scales from Valu, the first significant evolution they underwent was the ability to thrive better on land, but no physical alterations. After several generations of passing down their altered DNA to their kin, and the following generations obtaining their own scales from Valu, I can see how they slowly turned into the Rito tribe after doing this for several hundred years. This could also explain how they look entirely bird-like in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. They just simply kept evolving generation after generation, slowly but surely losing their old Zoran characteristics entirely.
They're coming straight in. Trust me, I've got... Huh?
But how is any of this relevant to Prince Sidon and Princess Ruto? If the Zora all evolved into the Rito, then how can Sidon be the direct descendant of Ruto? I'll tell you how. Not all of the Zora evolved into the Rito. Remember when I said that the gods told the king to select groups of people to ascend to the mountaintops before the flood? I think I might know exactly what happened at this moment. Ruto, being the queen of the Zora at the time, which I will elaborate on in due time, came up with a plan. She told the king that she will split her people into 3 groups and leave Hyrule with one of those groups in order to establish a new Zora's domain in foreign livable bodies of water. All 3 groups would receive the first blessing of Valu's scales in order to survive longer without water. In Twilight Princess, we find Prince Rallis in a critical state due to being out of water for only a short amount of time, which was simply traveling from Zora's domain to Hyrule Castle, so we know in other timelines that they can't survive for very long on land. One group of Zora would accompany Ruto. The second group of Zora would depart for Dragon Roost Island, which was kindly given to the Zora by the Gorons, since it used to be their home, Death Mountain. The Gorons are not bothered by water thanks to information we can discover in Twilight Princess, so they're able to make just about anywhere they go their new home. They could also explain why they appear to be traveling vagabonds in the Wind Waker. The third and final group of Zora remained on Great Fish Isle, which used to be Lake Hylia. This explains why Jabun, the patron deity of the Zora and Jabu Jabu's descendant, is originally found on Great Fish Isle before Ganondorf destroyed and cursed it. It is said that the Great Fish Isle used to be inhabited by Hyruleans, not Hylians specifically, but any citizen of Hyrule, based on the fact that the Great Fish Isle was the highest point in Lake Hylia, which has always been associated with and directly connected to Zora's domain. It's safe to assume that the people who ascended to the highest point in this area were Zora. Jabun still residing there also helps convey this possibility. Before the island was destroyed during the events of the game by Ganondorf, there very well could have been actual Zora still living on it. One final piece of evidence of the existence of Zora on the Great Fish Isle is found on Windfall Island. In the cafe, the menu has a handful of items for sale, one of them being Zora coffee. Now, unless Zora were still very relevant as their own race, why would you continue to call your product Zora coffee if they all supposedly turned into Rito a long time ago? Why not just call it Rito coffee? So, to recap, we have 3 branches of Zora. One branch separated and evolved into the Rito, accepting Valu as their new patron deity. One branch remained on Great Fish Isle along with Jabun, their original patron deity. One branch departed Hyrule in search of a new place to call home. How am I so sure that Ruto left Hyrule, you ask? Well, thankfully, The Wind Waker received 2 sequels that answer that question. In both games, you can find many treasures. One of those treasures happens to be Ruto's crown. Yep, this is why I referred to her as Queen Ruto earlier. You can find several of these crowns in these 2 games because they're functionally meant to be sold for rupees, giving the player another avenue to increase their wealth so that they can purchase the many upgrades these games make available. You can also find Zora scales in Phantom Hourglass, another collectible treasure item. These 2 games have basically left us a breadcrumb trail to follow. Using this information, we can confirm that Ruto, along with her group of Zora, traveled across the Ocean King's waters and into the seas bordering the continent of New Hyrule. It's unknown whether she continued her journey or not, but the evidence here implies that she did indeed leave the old Hyrule behind.
Here we go.
Now that we know what happened to Queen Ruto and how it's possible for the Zora to exist alongside the Rito within the same game, let's take another look at Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Both King Dorephan and Sidon's stone monuments recollect the tale of the founding of Hyrule's Zora's domain. They speak of wandering Zora in search of an abundance of pure, clean water to call their home. They eventually settled in Lanayru and carved into the mountains their new kingdom. There's a bit of contradiction going on with Dorephan's story, claiming that Zora's domain was founded 10,000 years ago, when we know that this isn't the case thanks to Tears of the Kingdom very clearly taking place well over 10,000 years ago, potentially even 20 to 30,000 years ago, and yet we see that there were indeed Zora at this point in time. Is it a conflict in storytelling, or is this intentional? Who knows for sure, but what we do know for a fact is that either way, the Zora did come from outside of Hyrule looking for a place to call home at some point. The only Hyrulean race that has ever implied that they were originally outsiders in these games were the Zora. Does this sound familiar to you? The stone monuments also say that once every 10 years, Lanayru received unusually heavy rainfall which flooded many rivers, damaging the surrounding regions. Unusually heavy rainfalls, huh? Where have we seen that before? Yona, Sidon's wife, comes from a different Zora's domain, which uses golden jewelry, confirming the existence of another established Zoran settlement somewhere else outside of Hyrule. Sidon's domain uses silver jewelry. Do you know who else used silver jewelry? I'm starting to think that we might finally have enough evidence to start putting together the pieces of the puzzle. Hyrule was flooded in the Wind Waker. The Zora branched off, one of them becoming the Rito, while the other accompanied Queen Ruto and established a new Zora's domain outside of Hyrule. Great Fish Isle, which used to be Lake Hylia, directly connected to the home of the Zora in Ocarina of Time, was cursed with a perpetually dark storm cloud. Ganondorf is defeated. The curse on Great Fish Isle is seemingly gone, or at least diminished, so it may take another 10 years for it to reappear. Link and Zelda set off to find new land and rebuild their kingdom. At some point, the ethereal waters of the Great Sea receded, uncovering the original Hyrule. With Hyrule now able to be resettled, Queen Ruto's descendant and their people came back. They reclaimed their old home after tens of thousands of years being torn away from it. After being forced to adapt in the oceans bordering Hyrule for so long, their physical appearance has drastically shifted to appear like the vastly diverse sea life you'd only find in the ocean, such as sharks, dolphins, manta rays, and whales. Although not 100% resistant to the sun's rays, these Zora have been shown to have a much higher tolerance going without water for long durations, even sometimes wishing for the sun to shine upon their backs. Traits that the other Zora in the timeline do not demonstrate. Now it's all starting to make sense how Sidon can be Ruto's descendant. Now it finally makes sense what happened to the Rito. Now we know why the Koroks in the Wind Waker are 100% identical to the ones we see in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Even the description for rock salt makes more sense. Does this theory actually confirm that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom take place in the adult timeline somehow? Unfortunately, I still think that's not exactly the case. The games are more than likely just reboots of the series after the timelines have converged at some point, but it's still very interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Welcome back, cats and kittens, to the Tears of the Kingdom Weekly Mod Showcase. Starting off this week, we have the Exploring opening cutscene by Banan039. This mod allows us to explore the sealing room right before Ganon McShreks us. Military-industrial complex haircut Link approaches Ganondorf, and nothing happens. Okay, I have honestly no idea why I was afraid to approach. I knew a fight wouldn't trigger. It's that marine elf look. Also, I jumped off the ledge expecting a bottomless pit, but it turns out there is ground below. Alright, how do we get back up? Kyle, put the knife down. The renowned Banan039 also has a few cool companion mods. I'll start out with Cass, because I think this is the most visually impressive mod. Our buddy from Breath of the Wild replaces Tulin, and his animations are incredibly smooth. Usually when people do replace Tulin, it can be a bit finicky, but this iteration works extremely well. And the last two mods by Banan039 are the Ganondorf and Zelda companion mods. At last, the three pieces of the Triforce have finally come together to fight the cruel gods that have put them in an endless cycle. Not really, but it is a cool thought, and I probably should have ran the two mods together at the same time, but I don't feel like re-recording. Alright, up next we have a completely normal Twilight Princess mod, and oh my god! What is that? The Link to Wolf Link mod by Fel Inferno. And oh, there you go. He looks a bit more normal without the cap. This mod reminds me of those glitches from Twilight Princess, and oh, okay, I guess the tunic as well, where you were in unintended areas as Wolf Link. But nope. The Ancient Revival by the Fifth Tier, or Fifth Tear. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but this brings back all of the equipment from Breath of the Wild that's missing regarding the ancient equipment, such as the Guardian Spear, Guardian Sword, Ancient Bow. I have this downloaded. I would definitely recommend it. He just released an update, but I unfortunately don't have that capture. But go ahead and do download. The Matching Hero Outfits by Taco synchronizes the color palette of all hero outfits. This means you can mix and match all the hero outfits on screen without losing that color synchronicity. But what I did was a little bit different. I went with the Ocarina of Time Fire Temple and Water Temple outfits. Sorry, I just had to. I didn't get very creative. The Rauru and Paya companion mod by The Legend 5B. This mod... Okay. Oh god. This mod replaces Rauru in place of Tulin and Paya in place of Sidon. As you can see, Rauru has become a majestic bird, and Paya has finally fulfilled her wish of following Link around. The last of the Legend mods include one where Rauru is the final Demon King boss we've been looking for. Jinky Scoob. Also Legend, why do you hate Rauru so much? Edward Elric, the Full Metal Alchemist, has found his way into the game. This mod is by Rickolicious and has everything you need. It only really needs that iconic sound effect. A couple of quality of life mods shown on screen are the buffed archaic clothes by Frosty and the armor and material description by Kitson. Regarding Kitson, I just had to give him a shout out because I know he worked really hard on this one. All the armor in the game is displayed with the necessary upgrades you need from the Great Fairy, and all materials for cooking show the effects when you actually do cook. The buffed archaic clothes actually allow you to play with the best outfit in the game without getting one-shotted. But too late for me, I already finished the game. You know how much I sacrificed? The final mod we will be looking at, which is also my favorite one, is the Weapons of Legend Past Zelda gear by Tak and Asalazar. They also had assistance from Messy Product, Pick, Melon Speedruns, Neva Osis, Xander X Hodge, Issue Link, Killer ZX Gaming, and Arc Leaders. Alright, let's get into it. I was so excited to throw this mod on. I absolutely nerded out and tried every single weapon with the corresponding outfit. Hey look, I'm recreating how Link moved in Zelda NES. I also utilized the Matching Outfits mod earlier to properly create the red mail from A Link to the Past. The authors of these mods work so hard, so go to Nexus Mods or Games Banana and download these mods and support their creators. On screen are the Ocarina of Time mods, including the cut mirror shield from the 1.00 version of Ocarina of Time. I am so fascinated with the Nintendo 64 Zeldas simply because of that jump from 2D to 3D. We all know Nintendo was spearheading that era, and even they didn't really know what they were getting into. So to see the cut content, the betas, everything revolved around it is so interesting. And this isn't nostalgia speaking. I did not grow up with Majora or Ocarina, but that late 90s new 3D graphics era is so cool but creepy, which is why I understand why so many creepypastas stem from the era. Did the developers discover something we don't know? Is there an alien? Unpopular opinion time, and I can say this because Wind Waker was my first game but so many people have called Wind Waker underrated that it is now overrated. It's top 10, but I mean, come on. S tier Cyrox. Wind Waker did have the best iteration of Ganondorf, especially with time. But then suddenly, the game releases and it receives 10s everywhere and is deemed the greatest Zelda game ever. However, that does not last long, as maybe about a year passes, and then that same game is called trash. Just watch. Next year, people will be praising Breath of the Wild while dunking on Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe Skyward Sword will get praised too. One man can hope. One of the reasons why these mods look so good on screen is because they actually imported these models from other games. For instance, the Skyward Sword models shown on screen are actually all from the Skyward Sword HD iteration. The other models also come from Smash Ultimate and other Zelda HD iterations. Now, if you're a true Zelda fan, tell me what I did wrong on screen just now. Pretend I just jumped off Skyloft and tell me in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to go support those modders, and I'll be seeing y'all later. Take care.
I'm gonna eat this. Where did my engineer go?
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99.
Hey folks, Nintendo Direct season is upon us. It's never a guarantee, but there is typically always a September Nintendo Direct, and with us now being in the month of September, I thought it was time to make my first video focused on the idea of DLC for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. As you know, that could actually be announced in a Direct this month. Nothing is being confirmed or even hinted at happening in the form of DLC as of right now, but it's a very likely possibility, as pretty much every big 3D open world game these days has some form of DLC. That and Breath of the Wild also featured DLC, which went down fairly alright. So what can we expect from a DLC pack or two from Tears of the Kingdom? Keeping in mind that the game itself was born from DLC ideas for Breath of the Wild and then made into its own game. Is there room for more? Would it be overdoing this era? And just what would actually make it good? All of that and more will be covered in today's video. Be sure to go and grab yourself a snack or drink and send them in to get featured right here. And let's get into this one. Hey folks, from disgusting meals to questionable Zonai builds, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, like all video games, has its share of things that just shouldn't be in the game. Subject to opinion, of course, but hey, this is my channel and I want to share my opinion on 5 significant things within this game that I feel should not be in there, nor return in whatever the next big 3D Zelda game holds. I'm definitely going to divide opinions and probably anger fans of some things, but that's really what being a content creator is about, right? Jokes aside, I hope you're all having a lovely day or night so far, and hopefully I can add some entertainment to it. So, let's do this. Here are 5 things that I feel shouldn't be in Tears of the Kingdom, nor should return. If you haven't already, then be sure to go and grab yourself a snack or drink and send them in to get featured right here. And let's get into this one. The Sage abilities. Out of everything on this list, I'm confident that this will be the one most of us can agree on. In concept, they are all very cool and useful in their own ways. Okay, maybe not so much Sidon's ability, unless you just want to get enemies wet, but generally speaking, they aren't too bad. However, the reason I feel this shouldn't be in the game is because of how awful the UI for it is. They are such a pain in the ass to work with, and it only becomes more annoying the more sages you want out at once. It sucks, especially because it looks damn badass having them all out at once. Now, whether the frame rate survives is a question in itself, but the real problem is with how frustrating and just rubbish the UI is. To activate each sage ability, you have to go up to that specific sage and press a button. This can be annoying when on the go or in combat with them all out, or even just a few, and that's because they can often all just bunch together. They all want a bit of attention, and then you accidentally press the wrong one. Not just that, but every time you want a sage out or to put one away, you have to enter the pause menu every single time. It's just not efficient enough, and it was avoidable if you ask me. I've seen some mock-ups from fans on how this could have been done better. One I've seen a lot is the idea of replacing the map button here with a sage button, which would then expand into each of the 5 abilities. This would be so much quicker, smoother, and efficient than pausing and activating every time, as well as make it much easier to select them. And I cannot forget to mention how annoying it is when you kill an enemy and go to pick up whatever they dropped, and this little melon chulin walks up and blows it all away. Like, come on buddy, I love you, you're cute, charming and brave, but you gotta stop doing this, mate. Just, ugh. The Sage abilities aren't great if you ask me. The stamina and hearts imbalance. Now this one really boils my blood because this was also a problem in Breath of the Wild. The amount of spirit orbs in that game which you could use to add an extra heart or stamina piece didn't add up evenly, meaning you could only fully max out one or the other, leaving this oh so annoying to look at feeling of not being complete. I myself chose to max out hearts as that's more aesthetically pleasing to me, but it still leaves me with this stupid unfulfilled stamina meter. A lot of fans expressed how this was annoying, and I really thought Tears of the Kingdom would fix it and even the rewards out so we can have full hearts and full stamina. I mean, we're doing all the work, why not give us at least a somewhat decent and just nice to look at reward? But no, Nintendo thought it'd be funny to have uneven again, and this keeps me up at night. I genuinely do not like this fact, and the imbalance of heart/stamina is something I believe should not be in Tears of the Kingdom, nor ever return again. Please and thank you. Just had to get that off my chest. The post-dungeon scenes are very cool. On the first occasion, I was tearing up watching my first post-dungeon scene with Chulin by my side and thought, man, if this first one is this emotional, I'm not ready for what's next. Oh, it's just the exact same thing but with 2 characters swapped out? It really is copy and paste to a T, as they all tell the exact same story just from their very, very similar perspectives. I honestly think this could have been easily better if the game just had each ancient sage tell a different part of the story. Whichever order you do them in, that sage will tell you a part of the story in order. Why do they all have to tell us the exact same thing over and over again? It just gives copy and paste vibes and I don't like it. Sorry, it's just repetitive when it doesn't need to be. The portable cooking pots were very hyped up when showing off. Before actually using them, it seemed like such a genius idea that we'd always use wherever we go. But I gotta be honest, I think I used these once, maybe twice at a push. I build up such a massive amount of these in my inventory because I just never used them. Maybe this is just a me thing, but I really feel as though these are pretty pointless and don't actually add that much convenience to incentivize you to use them. I mean, you're on the go all the time anyway. It's much more convenient to just walk up to one. Plus, you can use those ones multiple times. Please let me know.
Here, 1 second, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh my gosh, you guys are still running. Good. Oh, and I can buy Karma Spike. Let's go. This is so good. Here's the 2 ZOMGs right here. Paper, they use the sticky bombs. I keep wanting to call them paper bombs from Naruto.
Know in the comments, do you actually use these? I swear I haven't met anybody who legitimately uses portable cooking pots. Before getting into the very special last thing on this list, here are a couple of honourable mentions. Firstly, the memories. And I'm saying that because of a similar reason to the post-dungeon scenes. They give massive copy and paste vibes, but in this case, to Breath of the Wild. It's just the exact same format of storytelling, and it's also way too easy for players to discover them out of order. You can discover the correct order, but there is genuinely nothing that actually says it outright. You have to put that together when visiting the Forgotten Temple. I didn't want to bash on them too much as they're still cool, but at the same time, very copy and paste. So a mention seems fair. Another mention I'd like to give goes to the rain, but actually in a positive light. This is because back when we were still in the Breath of the Wild era of videos, and looking forward to, at the time, the distant Tears of the Kingdom future, then known as Breath of the Wild 2, I made a video like this one and said the way the rain works shouldn't return. And Nintendo actually worked on that. The addition of the froggy armor really balances out climbing in the rain in a way which I find both fair and very enjoyable. You need to work for it too, and that feels rewarding as it aids you in the elements. Good job, Nintendo. Reserved for the final spot on this list is the most incredibly annoying thing in the game, and that is... just kidding. I learned my lesson in the past when it comes to joking about fan favourite Rito characters. No more Kentucky Fried Rito jokes. Sorry, not sorry, Revali fans. The real final thing on this list that I feel should not be in Tears of the Kingdom is... Korok Seed.
You in position yet?
Working on it.
It's a love-hate relationship, but let me quickly explain why these shouldn't have returned and definitely should not return in the next game. It's the reward. Straight to the point. The reward is a load of literally. No, literally. And the funny devs at Nintendo got creative with changing the reward up this time. Instead of having 3 swirled layers of Korok droppings, there are now 4. The reward for collecting not 900 Korok seeds this time, but 1000 Korok seeds this time, is basically Hestu's gift plus. But I must. I want that 100%, but this reward is so tough to take. I do get and understand that collecting all Koroks isn't a must, but for that sweet 100% map percentage, it is. And for a reward again, it just isn't the vibe. This shouldn't be in Tears of the Kingdom, nor should it return. Change the collectibles in the next game, and please provide a sweet reward opposed to this. Just to clarify, by the way, Koroks themselves can stay. I love these dudes so much. This is more aimed at the reward and all the seeds required for what is quite literally a load of Those are some things that I feel should not be in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Do you agree with any, or perhaps disagree with any? Let me know down below in the comments and I'll debate with you all day long on why you are wrong. Just kidding, I love you guys. Also, please don't take any of this as me hating on the game. I'm just nitpicking and sharing my views. I love Tears of the Kingdom so much, and these are just a few isolated problems for me. If you could do me a solid and drop a like if you enjoyed, that'd be much appreciated, as well as consider subscribing for more fabulous Zelda content.
We rely on your knight, and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link.
Link.
Okay, some chimps now, huh?
Like you cut, G.
Nice throw.
Ugh.